do you know of anything that can cause a universe?
No, I don't know.
So anything, whatever causes a universe is more powerful than anything you know of, yeah?
As far as I know, no.
What about intelligence?
What about intelligence?
Do you believe that this cause requires intelligence, this necessary being?
Possesses intelligence.
If we manage to find intelligence in the world, then yes, it would have to have some sort of intelligibility. Or intelligence is inherent within it. That is, all the intelligence that we are seeing here is part of it. You know,
what about a will?
A will. Well, will, I'm not completely sure about will, because we have lots of things that are created without there being a will for their creation. For example, there are lots of created situations in which there has been no foreseen will that has been involved.
Give me an example.
For example, if the wind blows this, whatever this is, stand down, if it blows it down and it breaks it, will the breaking of this stand be willed by something?
No,
it won't be willed by human will.
No, it would just be an effect of the cause.
An effect of the cause, right?
So the wind has no will. So the wind has no will.
Right. You could make the argument that it's acting under the will of God, but
No, but the wind itself inherently has
no will. Right.
It's not choosing.
Right.
So when there's wind and this falls and breaks, that's a mechanistic action, effect.
Yeah.
Because it's only falling because the wind is blowing. Now, if you're saying that the effects are only the result of mechanisms, because it can't blow over unless the wind is blowing.
Yeah.
So what you're now saying is the effect of something must be the result of its cause. Yeah. So the cause should have always been creating this effect.
I do have.
If there's no will.
No, I wanted to ask what you get. I just don't feel very comfortable with this being uploaded on the internet.
Why not? Come on, you're a philosophy student, man. I don't know. I've never studied philosophy. I left school at 15, man. I know. You could bamboozle me with all your.
Well, I've come here to learn more than to kind of.
What have you come to learn about?
Oh, different viewpoints. I mean, that's why I'm discussing it with you.
Do you think it's unreasonable to believe in God?
No, not at all. I believe in some sort of divine.
Oh wow! Alhamdulillah. So do you?
And I do agree with the futra that we have some inherent. I think that's.
Isn't it?
I mean, I think there is an inherent believing in, some sort of divinity.
I apologize for treating you like an atheist.
No, I know. I bring on this facade. I'm not, practicing any religion.
No. All right. So you believe?
Well, we can build on that.
Yeah. So you believe there's a God?
Yes, I do believe in. What do you call God is quite a loaded term because each religion has a different conception.
Okay, you believe there's an intelligent, powerful being.
Well, I believe there is some sort of
necessary being.
Necessary being that I need to believe in order to exist.
No. What you said. So you believe in a necessary being that is powerful and intelligent.
Well, I have people that would argue against this behind you actually, and they have quite.
Why don't we invite?
They're welcome to join it.
We're more than welcome to join.
They were actually debating Ali Dawa here a few weeks ago. My friend Strabo here, he doesn't.
Strabo, come and join us.
Join us.
Hi.
And we've also got Felix.
But they're drinking. Are you drinking yet? Or
no. This is all. I'm not drinking anymore because it's empty.
Yeah, that's because he's emptied it.
Yes,
You see, I'm drinking again. He's emptied this guy.
Right, what are we talking about?
We're talking about, is it unreasonable to believe in God?
No.
We like that.
But we're not talking in certainty, I'm talking probability. I think it's more probable not to believe in it.
How so?
Right.
so.
I mean, so are we talking about a specific God?
We're talking about the necessary being.
Necessary being.
A necessary being?
Yeah.
Okay, so can the necessary being be the universe?
What do you think?
No? Why not?
Because the universe isn't necessary.
Okay, well, why not? Why is God necessary?
Sorry?
Why is God necessary in the universe not?
Oh, okay, because the universe is made up of dependent things, yes? Just make sure. Right, so can things made up of dependent things be independent?
Well, surely God is made up of
The cause of the universe.
No. Can the universe itself be made up of dependent parts, be independent as a whole?
Wait, hang on. Wait, surely God is made up of dependent parts.
God is not made up of parts.
No, he doesn't have to be known. So the entire universe
That's not parts. This is
existed
that's attributes, qualities.
Can the universe, is the universe made up of dependent parts?
He's made up.
Well,
You're the right guy for this conversation. Have you met these guys?
Come join us because this is becoming an interesting conversation.
You're going to love this conversation. This is
So
right.
we are just talking
You
about.
If not, then you can
get involved. No. These guys are saying it's more probable. Oh no, they're asking about why can't the necessary being be the universe? So I'm going to learn.
I mean, to be honest, it's not a absurd interrogation. It's not an unintelligent interrogation. In fact, Anthony Kenny makes the same asks the same question about the necessary existence of being the universe. Why can't it be the universe? The classical argument that is made from contingency, especially in the Islamic tradition, has a subsidiary argument called the argument from composition. And so the argument really goes like this, which is that anything that is made up of parts or pieces, let's say is contingent. That the universe is made up of pieces, therefore the universe is contingent. Now, if someone says, well, actually, that's something that can be only realized inductively, we would say this is not only the case, like you can not only just reason this inductively, but this can be understood mathematically as well. And I'll tell you how. For example, if someone were to say that a mathematical set is made up of its members. So any set with more than one member is dependent on those members in order to be a set. A set A, B, C is a set, right? So it's an expression of its members. So even if we were to express a set with more than one member, then we would have to resort to saying that without those members there wouldn't be a set. Likewise, in the universe, we would say the same thing can be used. Without the pieces that constitute the universe, you wouldn't have the universe.
So you're saying, like mathematics, these constituent parts can be merely conceptual, they don't have to be physical. So in that case, God is in fact made up of constituent attributes which are conceptual. He's all loving, he's all powerful. Well, let me finish the point.
We're not Christians.
I know, but what do you believe God is composed of?
I don't believe he's all loving.
Okay, well that's quite clear from the Old Testament in both religions. But the point I'm making is that God is composed of constituent parts, so he's not a totally necessary entity because he depends on further attributes. So
anyway, it's a good interrogation. It's not, once again, it's not unintellectual. It's interesting because this is the same interrogation that Richard Dawkins has in the. This is one of his only arguments actually on these matters. But Richard Dawkins had, and this is my response to you. I'm just giving it. Richard Dawkins had a debate with the ex-Archbishop of Canterbury and the University of Oxford. I'm not sure if you've watched that debate. And the person who was moderating that debate was actually Anthony Kenny. Once again, the same atheist, by the way, philosopher who made this interrogation that you're putting forward, which indicates that you have maybe read the literature or you're aware of the argument. But he himself considered to the following, because Richard Dawkins said exactly what you're saying, that which is that if God is complicated in the sense that it's made up of many different attributes, which is the normative Islamic belief, that we believe that God is all-knowing, all-powerful, and so on. If that is the case, then wouldn't you require an explanation to put it in Leibnizian terms, which is going to push the problem backwards. You know, in terms of now you need an explanation for this complex agency which you're referring to. Anthony Kenny got involved into the discussion he said something very interesting. As an atheist, it's even more powerful because obviously he doesn't have that fight. He said if you compare an electric razor with a cutthroat razor, an electric razor is made up of more parts and is less functional than a cutthroat razor. A cutthroat razor is made up of no parts, but it can do more than an electric razor. Richard Dawkins retorted and he said, that, what do you mean by that? To which Anthony Kenny replied, he said that, well, the cutthroat razor can cut an apple, but it can also cut a throat. To which the Oxford University audience started laughing, and to which Richard Dawkins had no response. What I'm saying is, it's fallacious to equate a part or a piece with an attribute, because an attribute is a description of something. So we are describing the essence of God with adjectives. That's what an attribute is. Whereas a piece is something that can be taken out and put into something. If you want to put it in modal terms, the difference between necessity and impossibility is that necessity is that if something is taken out of existence, that existence wouldn't exist. It would lead to absurdity. Whereas with impossibility, it's the exact opposite. So in other words, this thing cannot be in any world, possible world, it cannot be in reality. Like a squared circle, for example. The point is, when you take something out of reality, which is a possible existence or a contingent existence, like the pieces of the universe, for example, me or you, we didn't exist at one point, maybe yourself like 25 years ago, I don't know when, how old are you?
20, it's my birthday today actually.
Whenever, you know, you're a young man, strapping young man, nice suit yourself as well.
I like these badges. You look like some great military dictator with medals. Yeah. People want to hear you.
No doubt about it. No, you got a big one for you. No, let's stick with the argument. So the point I'm making to you is that contingent existence, if it's not in existence, it doesn't lead to any absurdity. Because 20 years, 25 years ago, you weren't in existence.